podcast.
Later, articulators, new behavior.
Talk about the shit, then research.
Later,
Post-grad plus dumb ass equals podcast. Serious bullshit podcast.
Later, articulators, new behavior.
Talk about the shit, then research.
Later,
Post-grad plus dumb ass equals podcast. Serious bullshit podcast.
Later, articulators, new behavior.
Talk about the shit, then research.
Later,
Post-grad plus dumb ass equals podcast. That's what was that? What were you shooting at? What do you got going on over there? What are you banging around over there?
I was getting ringed in.
What are you banging around over there?
So for about a year, I've had RAM issues on my phone where like it would just shut down on me randomly. It would just be like, I'm tired. My brain is just tired. And so finally, I went and scored a new S9 this week, and
Nice.
the wallet came for it today. And so I was just moving. I'd put everything in a my old clip, my old money clip.
Let me
back
see
when I
that.
used
What was that? Let me see that.
a money clip.
Around, dude. I
Remember
just the
the-
way you're flopping it there. It was kind of weird. It looks like Indiana Jones's money clip, dude. That's some
Yes.
that's some worn ass leather, bro. You've been fucking sitting on that one for a hot minute.
Yeah, I used to. I probably wore this for. I used this almost all of college. This was
It's got hella protein farts in it, dude.
it's got some serious college farts in it. Saw the best of my college farts in that.
I saw the best of my college farts. I'll remember those farts forever. What's up,
But yeah, I
everybody? It's serious. Oh, what's up? What? Go ahead, finish up.
No, that's it. Go ahead and introduce.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, we'll introduce. I just came in talking a little bit of shit there. Came in hot. Sorry, everybody. It's serious bullshit. It's fucking Friday. It's the weekend. We're doing it. Sterling's drinking mellow yellow beer.
It's 21 times 20.
It's 21:20. No, it's more like 21:53. Are we talking about time?
No, 21 times 20. It's just.
What does that mean?
If you multiply 21 times, it's 420.
Oh, I
'Cause,
just
like-
wasn't gonna try to do the multiplication. I was like,
it's
so what does it mean? Just explain it so I don't have to do any math. Come on, man. I'll be a
It's
dick.
really easy because if you just did 20 times 20, you know that's 400 because it's just 2 times 2, add some zeros, and then 21. You got an extra 20 in there.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how high you are, dude. Sounds like if you somebody's fresh baked like me, you're like, I start sweating just thinking about the idea of having to carry a digit. Carrying a digit on my back just
it's
sounds
that
like
extra digit.
I'm like Sisyphus with the digit, dude. I just never get up the hill, man. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to carry that digit over, and I
It's
can't figure it. I
gross.
can't quite get it. I'm just stuck carrying my digits from like 6th grade. Anyways, yeah, 420 episode. We're here. Sterling is not. I don't know. I'm gonna
I'm not
celebrate for him.
smoking. I
I'm
got a
gonna
green
celebrate.
shirt, but I got my my mellow yellow beer, as
Patrick's Day.
Christian calls it.
They definitely stole Mellow Yellow's branding, dude.
They did. It's
Look
the
at it.
Zia.
Yeah, well, it
No,
looks like
look
they're all
at-
the same colors with the green, the red, and the fucking yellow.
Look up New Mexico's flag. It's like the same thing. It doesn't have the green, but
So yeah, I mean, what came first, New Mexico or Mellow Yellow, bro? Just saying.
New Mexico.
Hey man, it's got new in the name, bro. Mellow Yellow is probably pretty old. It's chill now. You know? It's yellow. It was all yellow. What you looking up?
Mellow yellow.
No, word. So we're fucking chilling. Serious bullshit. This is a podcast about talking about nothing and getting real in depth and having very serious opinions based on little to no research or, honestly, thought for the most part until the moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, fucking. Oh yeah, also fucking everybody check out the website. I just redid the whole website. I'm gonna be putting some little blog posts on there. Goddamn garbage truck just drove past her on my ad. Thanks a lot. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we got a bunch of new shit on there. It's gonna be all revamped, real easy to access. Nasty Hooks gonna be on there, easy access. Fucking both podcasts gonna be on there. Future podcasts coming out soon. Hot sandwiches. And yeah, you can check out. I'll get me and Travis was gonna write a couple of things, and fucking we're just gonna put some goofy ideas out on there whenever I get a chance to. Maybe help write some comedy through it and shit.
Now,
But
do the people
yeah.
know about Nasty Hooks?
People do know about Nasty Hooks. I've been like hinting it, and I did drop a track. I dropped Spritz and Sniff on the last Bass Scripters podcast. So if you listen to that, you've heard a little. You've got a scratch and sniff, a Spritz and Sniff of the of what is to come with Nasty Hooks. But it's such an eclectic project that it's really hard to hear one song and then know what to expect from the next one, which is what I like about it.
And what's a spritz?
A spritz is, like if you're just shooting hairspray, it's a spritz, like, and the whole song is just cocaine and hairspray because it's, 80s themed.
Okay.
Yeah, so the whole idea is just that these dudes just like, that's all, they love it, so they wrote a song about it. They love cocaine, they love hairspray, man, It's mostly shit like that. What's up?
Oh, you're right. That is literally the definition of spritz.
Yeah, look, give me a
Now,
spritz, dog. It's like hit me with a
when I was-
spritz and a sniff and a spritz and a sniff. And so the dance is this. I don't know if you can see on camera, stars, but the dance actually goes. It goes spritz and a sniff, and a spritz and a sniff, and a spritz and a sniff. You got the coke ring.
Wait, I'm on delay. I went to go watch you do that. On
I'm not
YouTube.
doing that again, dude.
No,
Now you gotta watch on
delayed.
YouTube. Okay.
It's delayed. I'm just waiting for it now.
I just watched it. It's pretty funny.
Okay. You're in. I don't know. I'm getting it slower than you are. Now
Well,
you go.
I'm hosting it, dog. I'm hosting it.
All right, I saw it.
Yeah, the dance is legit there, right? That's how we're gonna do it. And you gotta sway your hips back and forth and really get into it. But yeah, spritz and sniff, bro. You know how it is. You know how we do back here, man. Nasty Hooks in the house. We also got a couple tracks coming out here. We got also already dropped is fucking No Matter What, which is a great track. Yep. And then Bigfoot. A song about Bigfoot will be coming out soon. A song about Booty Fight will be coming out soon. Booty's gonna put up a fight. And then Bubble Guts Got You Running Like a Goose, also about to drop soon. Just teasing the track names here, so you get an idea. But yeah, been fucking spending a lot of time mixing them and shit and trying to make them real decent for everybody. So fucking y'all check that shit out. It's on the website. It'll be fucking on SoundCloud, and I'll pop them in at the end of podcasts every now and then, just as a little treat at the end and shit. That's how I'll reveal them, and then I'll put it out officially like a day or two later. So if you listen to it at the end of the podcast, you get a little treat. You get to hear the first time.
Dude, and what's the deal with hot sandwiches? When is that coming out?
We're working on it. We got episode 4 about to be taping this Sunday, and we've just been doing the Nasty Hooks. So we got so into that, dude. We was like just cranking out fucking these tunes. We were like, man, all right, we're focusing on this for a minute while it's hot. And then this Sunday we're gonna try and jam in another episode of Hot Sandwiches, which is a podcast about basically a lunatic that kidnaps a podcast producer and forces him to produce the worst podcast ever in the guy's creepy basement. And he keeps him alive with like shitty food and like just horrible living conditions. But the only way the dude has any hope of getting out is just to appease this guy and like do his podcast for him because he's crazy as fuck. So next episode, I'm pretty sure it will be consisting mostly of Leonard eating food in my face, eating different types of food, and just describing how good it is while he eats it, because I have to eat like some type of nasty ass paste type of thing. Like I have to eat like gruel.
So, are you gonna do what is it, like a 10-part series and then release it all?
Yeah, we're not trying to get it going and then not be able to produce an episode, because it is kind of like almost story based to an extent. Like we have to kind of keep up with what's happened, because we're trying to have like an overarching story to the whole thing. I'm trying to do like a little bit of writing in it and kind of make it like just instead of just being a fuck around chill podcast, which I love doing, but just something that's like kind of like a show almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, what's going to happen to this dude in the next episode? Will he ever get out, kind of thing? And then you start meeting all these other crazy people that Leonard's friends with, and then maybe you get a big reveal at the end or something like that. We've just been knocking shit around. So we just don't want to fucking squinch it, so we've been taking our time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but keep an eye out for it. We'll probably drop like, I would think my ideal situation would be to drop the first half of basically what we think we're going to do, and then drop a second half, like, you know, after we've finished it or whatever, but like drop them in big chunks so you could listen to like 6 episodes straight up if you wanted to and just jam it out. Netflix style, binge style, motherfucker. Isn't that the worst word? Man, why the fuck did people use the word binge for watching, dude? Binge was only ever associated with binge eating and like throwing. It's just like always had a negative connotation.
Well, the thing is everyone knows it's bad for you, but they do it anyways, right?
I guess, but it's like, man, I'm gonna go binge watch. It's like nobody would ever say, I'm gonna go binge eat fucking chicken wings tonight. I'm gonna go binge eat. Oh, I'm gonna go binge eat cheese fries. You wanna come? Nobody ever says that, but nobody's ashamed to binge watch. So they should
I think people might say that they're gonna go binge drinking. I think people might say that.
In like Britain or something. Nobody say honest with themselves in America. Get out of here. So yeah, that's the latest news in the grifter world. It's been going on with you, brother. How you been? Where were you at last week? You went and saw fucking what do you call it? Book of Mormon, right? You're like 20 years late on that. How was it?
That was the first act was good, and I was good at that point. I didn't really need to see the second act. In my opinion, the jokes weren't rolling in the second act. It was just like drug out, typical musical stuff.
Yeah, like just the yeah. I don't really like musicals at all. I just stuck around for that because of the Matt and Trey humor. What's that?
Right. So I've got a theory on musicals going, and Erica disagrees with me, but I still think it's true. So I think that people who like musicals I just think they're like slower people who like
man.
take. I think
dude, my grandfather cries at musicals. I'm just saying, dude.
No,
he's a fucking.
He might be a closeted slow person. So
closeted slow person. That would be crazy, though. I would be like, then, dude, I'm retarded, bro. You don't understand, dude. I need him to be smart. Otherwise, what am I? A T-stum? What? I'm a Neanderthal. No, maybe he is, dude. No, I don't think it's for dumb people. I think it's for people who are very comfortable emotionally in a social setting. And I think it makes me feel weird watching people sing around and try to invoke emotions in me while I'm fucking... I just don't like people trying to evoke, like, sadness or, like, shit like that. Like, if a movie's trying to make me really sad, I'm like, man, fuck this movie. I'm not trying to watch this. I'm not trying to feel sad right now because...
So that's not really my point. My point's more to the fact of when they start singing and they're not moving the story along, I'm like, all right, I fucking get it. Hey, I got it the first time. Hey,
yeah, like when they hit you with verse 2, when they hit you with verse 2, you're like, whoa, hey, I thought we were just in that chorus again, and then skedaddling on this one. Why are we going into another? No, don't you start singing again? Oh my god,
it doesn't add anything. And like my thing, I don't actually mind being like playing with emotions or like feeling things out and seeing where it goes. My thing is just move the story along.
Yeah, well, that's what people would tell you to go watch a movie then and not a musical. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's why I think that
that makes sense. Why you had a musical then if you don't want the musical part of it? You just want to hear the story. What the fuck? Go read the synopsis, bro.
I think that you could use the music to move the story along, but most of the time they're like really digging in on a point, and I think that's where my beef comes.
Well, I guess like I said, I don't want to argue for the musicals world. I'm just trying to be devil's advocate here because I really don't. I have no vested interest in it, but yeah, man, I don't know. I guess some people are into the song. You know what I mean? Itself. And so it's like they don't want the song to end yet because they really like that song. And so some people just like that musical style. It's almost a style of music. It's like people who listen to pop or people who listen to rap or whatever like that. That musical style is definitely a genre of music that, like, if you're not into it, you don't get down on the, like, fucking little but people like love to go along with that and sing along to it and shit. And then that second verse comes along, then they can sing along with it in their head. And so they're like, now I know the song a little bit now, so I can go along with it. And that's probably the mindset that these dolts are coming from, dude. You know what I'm saying? these fucking idiots. These subhuman fucking sludge brains. that are at musicals. It just seems like such a high-end, smart people thing to do to go to a musical, and the fact that you're just like, these people must all be fucking retards, dude. What the fuck is wrong with these places? This place is full of a bunch of unsuccessful, dumb cunts. How much are these tickets? Like $250? Yeah, what the fuck, man?
It's
There's a bunch of dumb idiots in here.
It's like a guy that had he only had 30 minutes of story, but he needed an hour and 30 of entertainment. He's like, fuck.
Hey, listen, I need an hour and 30 of story, and then the rest I just want it to be entertainment. Whatever that means. I'll take it.
He's going to stretch out this story. He's going to fill it. A lot of filler.
A lot of filler in the story, guys. Hey. Wrap this song up, guys. Trying to figure out what happens here. Hey, move the story along. This is really slow. You'd be the worst guy in a musical, trying to like produce it. And be you're like, well, this is moving really slow. They're like, dude, the musical is 30 minutes long now. What else do you want? It's just a movie now. We could turn it into a YouTube video.
It's just a play.
That's great. That's fantastic. Hell yeah. So
yeah, you're right, man. Those people probably just all have bad taste, like you were saying.
All those people. I don't know, dude. I just don't. I've never gotten down on musicals. I've always hated them. Like I even hate it. Like if South Park goes into a musical on their show. You know what I mean? Like for the most part.
Was the original Mormon show a musical?
Yes.
I think it was.
Yes.
I didn't actually.
It was
find
dum
that.
dum 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 dum.
Right.
Remember?
Yep.
John Smith. John Smith. He had the magic tablet. Dum 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 dum. I don't know how the fuck it went, but it was something like that.
I mean, everything from the first act is still stuck in my head. Like when he comes out in Cartman's voice and he has to lip sync to "I am Jesus."
Yeah.
That shit cracked me up.
Yeah, everybody that watched, you could tell who watches South Park in the crowd as soon as that starts, because half the people laugh and the other half are like, well, "What is going on right now? This is so strange. Such a strange Jesus character they've portrayed here."
But it's just so funny to me.
I hope he breaks into song soon.
You're not supposed to say the audience should be able to know who you are without you saying it, and so breaks a cardinal rule that comes out and he's like, "I am Jesus."
Oh, really? Is that a thing in theater?
Yeah, and in movies. You're not supposed to have to you don't say "I'm a badass." You prove you're a badass by doing shit.
Okay. I didn't know about that. That's tight.
Anyways.
No, I get what you're saying. You
and Jesus.
Other people introduce who you are in the movie. You don't introduce yourself.
Right.
Right.
It broke didn't really break the third wall, but
I mean, it immediately broke the third wall, I think. Or the fourth wall. Isn't it the fourth wall?
And whatever it is, the fourth wall.
The
Fifth
third
wall, sixth wall, who knows what
We're in a triangle room. It's the third wall's down. It's the same, though. Don't worry. We're in a triangle room.
And then that fucking guy, "I'm on my mission." That shit is stuck in my head. Oh, and he's obsessed with Orlando. That was super fucking funny.
Yeah. So, sounds like the music's all stuck in your head, man. It sounds like you might be a little fucking, you might be kind of dumb, dude. Should we be I mean, you kind of sound like an idiot. Dude, when you sung that, though, you kind of just sounded like I thought drool was coming out of your mouth when you were singing that for a second, dude. I was like, oh, this is just sad.
Oh, he's sad. So, like I was saying, in the first act, the jokes were rolling during the song. But in the second act, it was the theme, there weren't new jokes within, or as many. But at first, when he first did the Orlando thing, and then the talks about Disney World and putt-putt golfing and all,
yeah, it's
just jokes are just boom, boom, boom. They're just getting hit one after another.
Yeah, and then at the end, it's all the grandstand song shit.
Exactly. Yeah. That's really spelling out their emotions, but not really adding anything for me.
Who is dead on the inside?
It's I get it.
It's they started talking about these emotional shit, and I was like, this isn't doing anything from me right now.
I know.
Get to the story, please.
Exactly.
Some would
Get to
say
the
how they
story,
feel.
please.
Some would say how they feel is part of the story, Sterling. It's part of their story, and that's
But
what
it's
they're
like-
trying to tell. It's part of their story, and as a character actor, that's what you're trying to tell. Is the
Well, their
story of
they
the
can
character.
tell me, but they got like 30 seconds, minute tops. When they get 2.5, 3 minutes of telling me how they feel, it's just too much. It's someone else's turn.
So you need like one of those old on-demand dating videos. You need just like a quick breakdown. Give me everything I need to know real fast, what I need, and then drop you a number at the end, and I'll call you.
What,
Remember
was
when
that a
remember when our
thing?
friend did that? Remember when Chad Moss had a on-demand dating video
No.
with Comcast On Demand? Yeah, it was a guy we knew from back in high school, and I guess he was out at this bar one night, and they were out there, and they were like asking people if they wanted to be on this shit, and he was like, yeah, whatever, and then he he was like, I'm just a simple guy that likes simple things, and I'm trying to be cool and keep my head up, and it's just saying all this dumb shit, and fucking with like a top hat on. He had like a goofy ass not a top hat, like a bowler hat. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Not a fedora, but like the one that's kind of similar. And yeah, he had like a thing on there. It's hilarious, but it's just like 2 minutes of just you telling everybody tell them everything about you in 2 minutes, and then fucking somebody supposedly dates you after that. Which I don't know if that's better or worse than eHarmony, basing on one psychopath video.
Did anyone hit him up?
I'm not sure. I mean, we were just laughing because we saw it on there. It was one of those things where like word got around, like, dude, have y'all seen the dudes on there, man? And we like all had to go look, and fucking yeah, sure enough, he was on there. It was hilarious. Because he was like, he was like a real musical. He was like a real musical kind of fan. You know what I'm saying? So it was just
Yeah.
funny to watch him try to sell
He was
himself.
one of those people.
He loved musicals. Hey man, that guy over there looks like he loves musicals. Dude, our waiter loves fucking musicals, man. Jesus Christ. That's gonna be the new thing, dude. I'm gonna use that all the time, man. Because nobody's gonna understand why that would mean I'm trying to imply what it means. only it's just like you should go to a musical with like a fucking robot or something. You guys would have a great time. You'd be like, well, I could use more story, please. I don't understand all of this singing and dance. Why is he
I don't know.
tucking and clutching his breast?
Whenever I said like, I could have done without the second act, no one felt very strongly about that.
Yeah, I could have done without the second act, bro. Just could have done without it. Hey,
That's
you know.
good.
Hey, I was like, you want to get out of here? Because I'm pretty good in this, right? You guys good?
I've been to 2 musicals, and that they are Wicked and this one.
Yeah. How was the other one?
Mormon. Could have done without the second act.
So I think you just tap out after a certain point. You're like, I don't want to feel anymore, please.
It's not feeling.
I know. I'm just kidding. It's so funny to make you into a robot now. Emotions causing
I mean,
distress.
you can make me into a robot, but it's not like the thing. Yeah, it's not the emotion. It's just like it didn't
You
add
can
much
make
for
me into a robot. That's a weird
I was good.
argument to make. No, dude,
No.
you can make me into a robot. I'm
I don't
totally
care about
okay with
that.
that. I own that every day.
Yeah, I own who I am.
I own my robotitude.
Robotitude.
My robitude. Hang on, I'm trying to get the 420 celebration going here. You know, you gotta have a little celebration. It's the day.
What's a celebration?
I didn't. I just kind of found out that it was Hitler's birthday. I was reminded that it was Hitler's birthday today. I always forget about that.
Yeah, that's what you're celebrating actually, because you're actually a Nazi
Yeah, dude.
sympathizer. You're
Wow.
a Nazi sympathizer.
Way to drop that. I'm glad we're not on Twitch anymore. I just would have got double banned. Would have been it right there. They'd have hit the filter. They'd have fucking had us off air in 2 seconds. They'd have been like, nope, pull it. Twitch does not play. Twitch does not like bass grifters. They weren't
No
down.
Nazi sympathizers.
No, they weren't down. They weren't down with any of that kind of shit, dude. No Nazi stuff, no butt stuff, no gape stuff, no Mike smoked himself gay. No, my shoes aren't charged up. Dude, I'm gonna call one on Sunday with Mike, and I want to say that we had a big protein spill up here and just see what they say. Hey, we got a big protein spill in the room. It's messy in here. Nah, we had about 4 or 5 guys, and let's just say we spilt the protein. Protein spill. Oh man. So what the fuck else is new, man? Are we gonna go into some news here, or we got anything else to
Well,
ramble about?
I tore up the room. I took you on a tour of it earlier. I'm excited about that. I'm trying to put down some laminate flooring in the house.
He's doing
It's,
some home improvements.
Home improvements with stirs.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you excited about that, dude? Do you feel good like when you do home improvement shit? Cause you're in a house, right? You're not in an apartment. Like.
Yeah, I'm in Erica's parents' house now, and I pay rent. Actually, I could pay rent, or I can improve the house, and so I just like keep buying shit for the house. Like you saw me, we came on 30 minutes late because I was fixing a door. I was putting a new lock on it.
Yeah, that sounds ideal. That sounds like you're getting pimped. You're getting work, bruh. You need to get your shit together, dog. Yeah, oh yeah, they're getting the good end of the stick on that one.
They're getting the good end of the deal, but I don't really mind.
Hell yeah. Well, you're
I get to learn.
Yeah, it's a good piggy bank to drop a coin in every now and then, right?
It's not my piggy bank. I'm still losing my rent money, but I get to improve my living situation. So,
before
all
you
the
leave.
money. Yeah, before I leave, but I'm gonna be living here for about a year and a half. So,
sounds like just enough time to get that place fixed up, bro. Perfect. All right. Well, yeah. Here's the keys, and let's see here. I am just looking here. I just brought up some news. This just caught my eye. Tesla shares fall on news of new probe into workplace injury. Didn't we cover something? I'm gonna say that. Didn't we cover something recently that said like they were like covering up people getting injured and kind of shit like that, all the violations that they had, like workplace safety shit?
We didn't talk about that.
Huh?
We didn't talk about that.
Sorry,
but
is that you? Sam's got
not me.
On. No, it's got. Anyway, let's see here. Oh no, they're just opening an investigation on this shit. He's probably about to get some. Their stocks going down, bro.
You know
what do you think about Tesla, dude?
Elon Musk would say about that.
What? To go fuck yourself?
Basically, but so I saw one time they were like, so Tesla's stock dropped because of this. What do you have to say about it? And he just goes, well, running a public company kind of sucks.
So it's like, all right, cool answer, I guess. Thanks. That's a weird. Yeah, how do you take that? Like, all right.
I mean, it was just like his
man.
Absolute honest feeling. Like, really, just sucks.
It just sucks. Sometimes you blow it. Yeah, I'm just trying to make the car everybody's gonna drive in the future, but no big deal.
It's more. I think it's more.
It just
about,
sucks though.
Yeah, you're just trying to like.
It's the public part of the company thing that he's talking about, right?
Right. He's just talking about the fact that your company's evaluation is evaluated by the public. He's like, that sucks.
Yeah, which I mean, it should be though, right?
I don't think so.
Well, it's like then how could you trust? You're gonna trust every company to fucking ensure that its regulations are gonna be upheld? Like, you don't think that company can just take advantage of that?
Well, the valuation doesn't have to do with the regulation. So the evaluation is just for public companies. There's tons of private companies that aren't valued on the market. And so what they're saying is that his company is now worth less because the market says so. And the market is known to be irrational.
I thought you were talking about safety evaluations. My bad, dude.
No, market evaluation, because they said your stock price fell, so now your company's worth less.
Got you. Yeah. No, yeah. That's the public eye aspect of it. That people are just gonna. Your worth is based on people's opinion of you. Which I guess is inherently, exactly. That's the way it works, right? That's capitalism, bruh.
Yeah, but your evaluation isn't public like that where they can talk about it if you're not on the, being traded on a stock exchange.
That's true.
So that's what he was saying sucks.
Yeah. Well, I basically am down with them looking into and fucking making sure he's on his toes for everything because he's like, all right, dude, if you're gonna go try and be fucking Superman here and take on like every goddamn project in the world and fucking say you're gonna go to fucking Mars and redefine cars and drill into the world, it's like the next thing you know he's gonna be in the fucking ocean just because he hasn't been there yet, and he's like, fuck it, let's see what I can do down here and build bubbles or something like that people can live in. Just the guy's fucking out of control with like ambition, so it's like with a guy like that, it's like, all right, let's make sure he's not fucking just like running some crazy fucking horror show over here. I don't know. I would.
He might just run some sort of weird, the greatest mastermind cult of all time.
That's true. That'd be crazy. But like, if you know as an investor that potentially he could be committing a bunch of like ethical work, like work ethics crimes, then you'd probably be like, I don't want to invest in this guy. So I could see how that thing doesn't suck for people who are like giving him money. It sucks for you, the guy who gets money from investors for free, but like for fucking like the investors, like it'd be pretty nice to know whether or not you're fucking doing illegal shit that's gonna get you shut down before I drop cash into your fucking bank, right?
Right. Basically, he wishes he wasn't.
He wishes
he didn't need their money.
Exactly. Yeah. He wishes he could just fund it all himself. Which, I mean, you're trying to go to Mars, so you pretty much kicked that idea out of the door.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody could just go to Mars by themselves. I don't think there's one person on the planet that could get to Mars alone. Do you? Think it's possible?
Well, I think Elon Musk could do it right now, but
just with the cash, just send himself. He has all the cash he needs. I'm saying no investors. Does anybody have the net worth to fund, build, and execute a space launch to get themselves to Mars? Do you think?
I think Jeff Bezos could.
She's at like 10 bill, I think, or something like that, right? You think getting up there?
That sounds like enough.
Is it though?
I think so. 10
I mean,
billion.
what if you have like 3 failed attempts?
Well, you only get one attempt.
Oh no,
to get
3
yourself
failed
there.
launches. You know what I'm saying? 3 failed launches on like the prototype to get to Mars. They have to build a whole specific thing, right? Like you have to pay people to.
Jeff Bezos is worth 120 billion.
That's unfathomable number, right? What does that even mean? What does that even mean, man?
There's too many numbers.
That's insane. 120 billion?
120 billion. Elon Musk is at 20 billion. I think he could get there by himself on that. Bill Gates, 91 billion.
That's right. How much money would it take to get to Mars? Let's get a number on that right now. Let's find out. Because yeah, I mean, 120 billion sounds like enough money.
Are we just talking about to get there or to get there and back?
Talking about round trip? Trying to type this into Priceline right now, man. Come on.
It's
Bro, what's the dates though? What's the dates? Because that matters. If Bezos is trying to do this on Christmas Eve, it's going to be expensive as fuck.
6 billion.
6 billion only?
6 billion. That's what I was saying, dude. What do you mean, like only 6 billion? No way.
Dude, I'm just imagining like you'd have to fund years of research to be able to like figure out how to get somebody there, and all that costs money. And then just building the shit and it falling apart and building prototypes and paying people all these salaries and stuff like that. I just imagine that, you know, that shit would add up. It's not like you just launch it out today. Like you'd have to literally dedicate all the money to that.
Yeah, dude,
right now
it adds up to 6 billion.
Well, think about it though. Like I bet. But I'm saying that's hilarious that somebody actually was like, it's $6 billion to go to Mars. Trust me.
I didn't
Trust
read
me
the
on this.
whole article.
No, I know, but I'm saying like just the fact that I'm sure there's plenty of people that have an argument on that. I was wondering what somebody would estimate, but I'm sure there's just people that are just like fucking throwing numbers out there, right?
Mark
Going
Cuban
to Mars.
cannot send himself. He's only got 3.7 bills.
Mark Cuban cannot go to Mars. Sorry, Mark, you don't make the cut, bitch. How about
Didn't make
that?
the
How
cut.
do you like that?
You-
You got Shark
you
Tank, bitch.
also
How do you like
didn't?
that? Who?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump you ain't going to Mars, Trump. You're the president. You're not going to fucking Mars, dude.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
Richard Branson only at 5.
Branson.
Oprah? Only at 3.
Branson and Oprah. Oh, she's got that glass ceiling though, bro. $3 billion glass ceiling, dude. You don't know about that, man.
There's a bunch of weird old white dudes that have shit tons of billions that aren't funny to say.
Nobody-
'cause
and
no
nobody's
one
heard of
knows who
them.
they- yeah. Like,
Yeah, it's so creepy, right? You're like, what the fuck? Who are all these old rich white guys that nobody knows about? Why are
Oh,
they
Carlos
so low key?
Slim can go.
What?
I don't know. Carlos Slim.
Carlos Slim.
Yep.
I don't know who that is. That sounds hilarious. Is that guy like a
Yeah,
fucking
that's why I
international
said
drug
it.
dealer?
Mexican business.
Mexican business?
Magnate.
He's a fucking. He's
Magnate.
definitely a fucking drug lord. He's
No,
a
it says
Mexican
he's
drug lord.
It says magnet. I don't Magnate. Magnet.
Magnet.
He's a Mexican business magnate, engineer, investor, and philanthropist.
They always put that on there to try and not look evil. It's so gay. You're not a fucking philanthropist, dude. You just have money to toss around, and so you want to look good. I hate it when people call themselves philanthropists, bro. It's so pompous or whatever. It's like, man.
Well, I kind of consider myself a philanthropist.
Oh, it's so fucking gay. Yeah, they always consider themselves one too. Yeah, exactly. It's not like, oh, he's a philanthropist. It's always somebody calling themselves that. Or it's like the third thing in what describes them, and it's like that's not what you are. Like you have a bunch of money, so you gave some to charity. Now you're a fucking philanthropist. Or like Russell Simmons, I'm a philanthropist, and I also like rape chicks or whatever the fuck he does. It's fucking crazy, man. Mike Holmes just tuned in here. He says the entire world debt is $128 trillion. Who do we owe that to? Answer China, actually. No, what do you say to that, Stirs?
The entire. He said wild debt, but he means world debt.
Yeah, I can pretty much. No, he said world. The entire world debt. I mean,
No,
I
it
know
says
Mike.
wild.
No, it says world on my screen. Can you edit your post?
It says wild, dude. What are you talking about? You're blind.
Dude, I can screenshot it here. World. I got it highlighted. I'm looking at it right now, dude. Mike edited his own post. He edited his own post.
You
That's
can't
what
do
he did.
that.
Yeah, you could probably edit it. Can you click the little
Nuh-uh.
three things? Let's see. Watch. Type. Type, squirt, squirt. See if I type that in. Look. Nah, you can just remove it. Yeah, you can't edit it. How did you do that, Mike? The entire world debt. Anyways, the entire world debt is $128 trillion, Stirs. Who do we owe that to? Besides
Everybody. You owe it to Amazon.
to Jeff Bezos?
That was the shittiest picture in the world, but I just sent you it where it says wild.
You sent me a picture on the phone?
Yeah, on the telephone.
I'm going to send you one back because now apparently we got a fucking score to settle here, all right?
We got
Everybody know? Everybody? We're all going to take a look here. Where is that on YouTube or is that in that's in Hangouts, bud.
It's in
I'm on
Hangouts.
YouTube. I'm on YouTube. So that makes sense. I'm not I don't have to send it to you.
Oh.
Yeah, he corrected
He must
himself.
have-
He probably heard us talking shit and then typed it in on there or something. I don't know.
I see.
I told Mike last week. I was talking shit to Mike last week. I told him he had the reading level of a 12th century blacksmith.
What's that?
I don't know. It just means
shitty.
Yeah, it just means shitty, I guess. But I just thought it was a hilarious insult. I'm gonna use that again. You got the blacksmith reading skills, dog. But you're probably handy with a hammer, though. You know what I'm saying? Fuck yeah, Mikey's in the house. All right. Anyways, let's see. I'm gonna start flipping through the news some more here. See what kind of horrible things are happening in the nation. Elon Musk is gonna fail us here. Trump-Russia collusion. You think anything's gonna happen with all that bullshit, dude? Or you think this is all just a big fucking publicity scheme to distract us from some craze from the serious shit and what's really going on?
I don't think it's a publicity scheme. I think that there's things that it's questionable and it needs to be looked into. I don't think that Donald Trump is smart enough to actively collude with Russia. I think he's dumb enough to accidentally.
That makes sense. I mean, you gotta think though, man. I don't think he's dumb, dude. I really don't. It's so hard. It's so hard to believe that he could be dumb. I mean, it's just a lot of shit that you got to be in charge of. If he's just dumb, then that's crazy. If he made it to if he created no dumb person could create an image the way he does. It's like it's almost so well thought out the way he has created Trump as a name and created a celebrity out of himself for really nothing. That's I don't know if you can do that if you're just dumb.
Is bullshitting. That's all he understands bullshitting.
Yeah, but that's a type of smarts. That's like a street smart, like a shitty. It's not a good thing. It's just I don't think it's. I think it represents some level of intelligence. It's just intelligence with zero morality or like self-reflection.
Or any tie to reality. Exactly.
Yeah. But I
So,
mean, yeah. Okay, go ahead. Anyways, continue.
so being good at bullshitting doesn't mean you're smart. I can be good at blacksmithing, but that doesn't mean I'm smart.
Intelligence doesn't mean what you know; it's how well you learn, right?
Right, and
That's
I would
how
say
would
that.
imagine. So
I would say
if
that.
you learn how to blacksmith really quick and you made the best swords in the world, I'd say you'd be pretty fucking intelligent to understand all that.
I would say intelligence is more about what you're saying, learning, not learning one thing, but learning new things. So I
Well,
think
yeah,
he's
your ability to
learned
learn
some
new
bullshit.
things. Yeah.
I don't think that he has the ability to learn new things. I don't think that he has because he doesn't care, because he sees it. It's all about how can he spin things to make himself look some way.
Well, he's also like 70, almost mid-70s now, so he's gonna be pretty locked in to however he was when he was probably in his 50s, anyways. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's hard to imagine him fucking having any fresh thoughts or like, really having any new types of ideas. That's why the whole having a super old guy in there is kind of shitty, right? Having a president that's just super old and like can't relate to most people's lives.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean,
Especially the people who are like gonna live here after he's dead in 10 years. Like think about it. Like by the time most presidents are done with their presidency, they're already like half in the fucking grave anyway, right? So it's like,
right.
so it's like, oh yeah, cool, you're out of here then, dude. Thanks a lot. So we'll all deal with whatever you did, and now you're out. You're piecing out of the whole fucking world. You don't have to deal with any of this shit later. Like, and they're all going into this shit knowing that, like, oh, I'll be dead in 10 years anyway. So if I fucking destroy the world, who cares? Because I'm not gonna be here. When it's like if it's somebody that's maybe 40 years old, or yeah, I think 40 is ideal, dude, because it's somebody who's still who has plenty of experience, but they also have like the ability to have new thoughts, like just completely, you know what I mean? To like, what do you say it? Like not be completely set in their ways or grooved in to how they
So
think about
you're
shit.
wanting to put an age cap.
Yeah, I would
on
say
the
an age
presidency.
cap because they have an age limit on the bottom.
So you're an ageist. So
Well, I'm saying,
it's
yeah,
part
I'm
of your
ageist.
Nazi sympathizer.
That's so funny, ageist. It's like, dude, that word doesn't even fucking work, dude. Just come up with a better term because that just sounds dumb. Ageist. You can do better than that.
You're a geezerist.
A geezerist? Geezist? I'm a geezist. I'm a geezist.
Butthead.
But they have the limit on the on how young you can be, right? And why is that? Because somebody young doesn't understand enough about fucking the world of most people, which is older people. But then once you get to a certain age, like 60, it's like, well then, hey, now you don't get the world of most people.
Right, but I think that's partially a new thing where older generations' knowledge about how to handle business is no longer relevant to a younger generation because it's changed drastically.
Well, yeah, everything's in the computer, and also just all the information's already out there on the internet. It's like I don't have to go find some old guy to tell me anything anymore to get knowledge from. Really, though, that's like the place of old people. That's going to be a very big thing in our future that we're going to have to deal with because the place of old people in society is to have wisdom. They're Google. Old people were the old Google. You know what I'm saying? It was like if you ever had a question in the fucking, in the village, you would go ask old people. They would know everything. They would know everything about history. They would know everything about fucking all kinds of different stuff. And then you would talk to them and you would learn shit. And so when they don't have that place anymore in society, it's like I hope you've been working out or whatever. Because
well, I think they should have like an old person's like a
farm
adoption basically because I've got my
God,
dad.
I didn't think you were going there.
I think about how my dad, when I need to know about stuff, I call him. And what's fun is that I can send him pictures of random problems I'm having, mostly around the house stuff, because that's where his wisdom is, because he built our house. And so I can send him stuff, and he's someone who cares about to solve it. I'm not like a random guy sending him some random person my problems. I'm like, hey, here it is. And he'll like take serious thought and then give me a thoughtful answer. And he's always happy to help. So I think that I prefer that because I go and I do my own research on YouTube and on the internet, and I figure out, all right, I think I should do this. And once I've formed a plan, I send it off to my dad and I say, hey, here's what I'm planning to do. What do you think?
Yeah.
And then he just gives me feedback on that. And that's where I still find old people more useful than the internet, is that check, like
Yeah.
that sanity check.
Well, now, all right. So take it just we're right on the generation line there. So how about Destin?
What about him?
Where do you think he would go for his conventional
Prob-
wisdom?
He
Probably the internet.
4chan.
That's what I'm saying. So like the whole younger generation is completely disinterested in getting information from anywhere other than the internet, dude. It's like that's it. It's like we were on the cusp when like we would go to CCC lab and we would fuck around on like the rudimentary internet at school, and it was like, oh, go to dog bone or whatever, and fucking you could search some shit. Remember, it was like super crazy to play like a little flash game on the computer. We were like right there on the
Yeah.
cusp of that shit, dude. And then kids just grow up now with like fucking you can play on your a game on your phone, whatever, while you're in class. You can look shit up 2 seconds. Everything's just been, oh, why would I even spend 30 seconds calling somebody when I could just type this in 2 seconds, say it into my phone, bam, and then it's right there. They're just everything's gonna be so instant for them. It's like, man, there's not gonna be a need for that.
Well, it's for me. I'm like investing money and time, and so those are scarce resources. So I want to make sure I'm doing it correctly. So I think that when they learn that they don't necessarily know everything, which will come from trying to do things, they'll try to follow the video, but they won't know. But if they have someone that they can relate to or is interested in their problems and they believe is knowledgeable in the area, they could reach out to them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't doubt that, but the fact is that not as many people are going to be knowledgeable in those areas in the future either, because not as many people are going to have to deal with it. Because it's just, think about it, like if the only way you could figure out how to solve that problem with the crack in your floor was to call somebody and have them explain it to you, you're going to have it explained personally for you, with you being able to ask questions on the fly and really get it. Like you're going to be able to learn it inside and out. Whereas if you follow instructions off of something online, you're not going to necessarily learn how to do it, but you can still do it. But you might not understand exactly what you did or be able to repeat it without looking at the video or the instructions again, right? Like changing a car part or something like that. So I'm just saying, if they just always have that access to that, there's just really, in a future where kids, I don't know, maybe eventually they will see that they need to, they need that personal touch in their information giving. But I mean, if they're already following YouTube videos and instructions like that since they were small, I mean, yeah, I feel like everybody's just gonna be able to follow a YouTube video and figure out pretty much anything, dude.
I mean, that's what I did. It's sort of like I said, it's a last sanity check, but it was still helpful. It still makes me more confident in my decision and the things that I'm purchasing. So what I found today,
I mean, I agree with you on the value in that. I absolutely agree with you. I'm just trying to look at it from the perspective of somebody who's coming up, never having to ask somebody else in the first place. So that isn't even an inclination in their head to think that I might be a better source of this information might be from someone who's personally done it, as opposed to, oh, well, I'm just going to look up somebody who's personally done it right here. They personally did it more times than my grandpa has. This guy's actually a professional, so he's going to explain it to me. You know what I mean? And then it's like eventually it gets so good that some guy can explain it in such a way where they have like 3D graphics. You could put a fucking, your little Google glasses on and you can see in 3D form this guy doing it right in front of you, and then it's like, bam, there's no need. Once you can project a video on your fucking floor of a guy showing you something, and he's maybe even like in another location or something like that, dude, I don't know, man. It'd be fucking
sounds legit.
But
I can say that today for my specific problem, I couldn't find anyone who was doing exactly, you know how like there's different keywords to what you're trying to do? I couldn't find the whole combination of keywords. I could find this part and a different part, but I couldn't find the exact connection between all of them. And so I connected it myself, and it was like it's like when things are a little off. They're not, when they're not normal.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know. I wonder about
old people.
Yeah, like what's gonna be the ultimate game with that, because nobody wants to be old, right?
I think it's just gonna be Viagra and VR hookers.
I mean, that seems cool. I feel like there's gonna be some. There's gonna have to be some type of like. It's just plastic surgery is gonna get real crazy or something like that. Like people are just gonna get. Everybody's gonna look young in the future or something like that. Like old people are still gonna look young. I feel like.
Dude, speaking of plastic surgery, there's some French guy who got a medical first. It was his third face plant.
I saw something about that. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it was horrific, dude.
Wait, face
Oh.
transplant, not plant.
Yeah, 2 of them didn't take. How long can you live without a face? What do you mean? Like, what was he doing without a face? Right? Or was he just hanging out, watching TV, no face?
Well, no, I think that it. I don't know. Neither of us read it. Obviously, we both saw it. I don't know.
I didn't want to look at the
"That's gross."
picture any longer. I was like, this is horrifying, dude. I'm gonna go to bed here in a minute. Mike, why you send me this fucking crazy shit, man? I don't like this. Ugh. Ugh.
Oh, Mike sent it to you?
Yeah, Mike sent it to me, that cocksucker. That
Well, it's probably
motherfucker.
because you're trying to become that basketball player.
What?
With
Oh,
your,
well,
your
I am Blake
shin
Griffin.
implants.
I am Blake Griffin. Yeah, it's actually Japanese knees and femur elongations. You get your whole body tattooed black, and then you get it bleached to reach the right complexion, and then you get lasered on freckles. Dye your hair orange. Real easy.
How do
It's
you
real
deal with
easy.
the
Real quick
shape of
process.
the hair? Because your hair isn't correct. You've got white person hair.
Well, I'm probably gonna do a scalp transplant as well.
Scalp transplant. Is that like what Donald Trump got?
I don't know. Do you think you could do a scalp transplant and like take like a black dude's scalp and like put it on a white dude, and then he would have black people's hair from then on, or would the hair eventually turn back to white people style hair?
Like those hybrid trees. Like sometimes they're hybrid, but then you have them for 10 or 20 years and they start growing their original branches back.
Yeah.
Like,
They're like, man, we fucking hated each other, dude. Why'd you make us hang out for all this time? We're going our separate ways. These trees are like, nah, man, I'll holler at you later, bro. I'm gonna go do my branch thing over here. You do your branch thing over there, and we'll fucking talk in 100 years when we fall over.
It's like it was way better the way I was doing it. I don't know why you made me look like this.
Yeah, fuck that. You you know bonsai trees?
Those are the ones that like Japanese trees that you kind of clip.
No, you like
Is that right?
it's really weird practice, dude. You like you tie them down and you like manipulate the way the branches are going, and you basically force it not to grow, and you force it to like stay in the positions you want it to by like tying different parts of it down to different things, and then you like it just never grows bigger than a certain little tiny thing. So they're like it's supposed to be really small. I'm getting background noise. What is that?
I don't
Oh,
know.
it just stopped. I don't know. It's loud. Very loud. You'll hear it if you listen back. Or I'm gonna play it back through to you next time. Be a dick. What are you looking at?
Bonsai trees.
Are you seeing any pictures of how they tie them down?
No, I'm only seeing they're all tiny.
Yeah. Well, it's like they basically just manipulate it by restraining it from growing. And I just think it's fucking really strange, dude. It's a weird practice. Like it wants to grow, it's trying to grow, and you're like holding it down, and then it's forced to stay this tiny thing, like you're commanding yourself over nature or something. It's fucking weird. It's a weird thing to want to do. That somebody tried to do that at one point. Like, let's tie this tree down and see what happens, and then it never grew, and they were like, "Oh, this is dope as fuck."
Little bitch ass tree.
Little bitch ass tree. Because I've seen ones where they have like all different kinds of trees too, where it's like a little forest. They'll like recreate different forests. And so you can have like these tiny other fucking different kinds of trees. It looks crazy. It looks like a miniature forest scene, but with all these little bonsai trees. It's pretty trippy. Sturz is really getting into it right now. He's looking hard.
Yeah,
His
I'm not finding
his brow is
anything out there.
furrowed. He's
about
got a
the
furrowed brow.
I'm not finding anything about the restraint. I just see little trees.
Well, maybe you look up a how-to or something like that. I don't know.
Yo, dog,
Have you
how-to
heard of
bonsai.
Avicii?
Oh yeah, that dude died.
Yeah, that guy died. Wonder what happened. He was what, 28? How old
Yeah,
was
I
he?
don't
Yeah,
really want to
28.
say. I don't really want to say who, but one of my college roommates ended up with the same thing that he died of, or most likely died of, because they didn't exactly say, but he had pancreatitis from excessive drinking.
Oh wow.
So that's how that guy died. And I was like, wow. I talked to my college roommate about that, and he said, yeah, I can't drink anymore. And I thought, oh God. Because he said it. He was like, if I drink anymore, I will die.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to this guy.
He said that, and then he did.
Well, Avicii was known to be an abusive alcoholic, and he had pancreatitis. So while they didn't say what he died of, he most likely died of that.
Damn.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that now. Excessive.
Well,
He looks crazy, dude. He looks like a fucking Chucky doll, bro.
It's fucking Swedes.
I don't know, man. He looks like a very scary Swede. Oh, that's crazy.
He's a very scary Swede.
He's a very scary Swede. World's worst super gonorrhea man cured. Let's go.
I also saw that. I didn't read it.
The picture is a Getty image of a guy half pulling a condom out of his pocket on BBC News. Really? BBC? It's the goofiest fucking picture ever. It's a guy with his shirt tucked in, and it's just a close-up of the jeans with the belt. The top of the jeans with the belt, white shirt tucked in like a goddamn working man. And then he's reaching in, and with his fingertip and his thumb, he's pulling the very corner of a condom out of his front pocket like he's just got it in there. It's the weirdest fucking thing ever. Let's say he's very lucky. Major wake-up call. Southeast Asia is where he picked it up, despite having a British partner. No, he cheated on a chick in Southeast Asia, and that's where he got it. They threw that in there really to judge him too, right? They threw that in there totally as a judgment call.
Well, I think if he would have been single, no, whatever. But it's like, well, he was being a piece of shit, so.
No, yeah, no, it totally. I mean, it's not part of the story, but it does set the stage a little bit better for me. Let's see here. It's just antibiotic treatment. I mean, what was it like? Like, what happened? What was his symptoms?
You looking for dick pics? Is that what you're looking for
it's
right
called
now?
super gonorrhea. I mean, what is that? Like, they need to talk about it a little bit more here. And why is it super? You can't just throw the word super on the beginning of a fucking disease, right? Super gonorrhea? Why is it so super? Is it like resistant to shit? Are they going to create that, like everybody's worried about if you use antibiotic soap, you're going to create bacteria that's antibiotic resistant, and then we're all fucked, right? Same thing with super gonorrhea, man. They're creating ultra-gonorrhea, which is next. I don't know if you knew that. Eventually, its next form is ultra-gonorrhea.
Yeah, so it says it's super because it was resistant to multiple types of antibiotics.
Yeah, that's it. Then they're creating a super gonorrhea, and then they're gonna have ultra gonorrhea, which is
they
better
are
than all
creating.
They're creating it, dude. They did it.
Dude, the global
gonorrhea would just be regular gonorrhea. Gonorrhea would just be regular gonorrhea if they didn't put the antibiotics and shit, and then they didn't use antibiotics to treat people with it, man. Then gonorrhea would just be gonorrhea, dog. Okay, but now it's super gonorrhea. Way to go, doctors. Real nice. Now it's super. Now it leveled up, basically, dude. Now it's twice as hard to kill. What's next, guys? Just gonna let it get even more powerful. 2 years for teen cyber terrorist who targeted U.S. officials. This kid fucking tricked his way. They said tricked. At least they didn't say hacked. In obtaining the email and phone accounts of senior U.S. intelligence officials. Damn, they threw this kid in jail for 2 years, bro. They're not fucking around. 18-year-old kid on the internet. What do you think about that?
That an 18-year-old got thrown in jail?
Yeah, for like fucking assuming the identity of, like, I guess, U.S. officials and get on their information. Obtained extremely sensitive documents on military and intelligence operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. And he's just got 2 years? The kid looks crazy, bro. Dude, this kid looks like a supervillain. He's gonna grow up to be a supervillain, dude. Great. Way to go. This is fucking crazy. And all these, every single person that I'm seeing here, every old person or person of authority they show in America is just an old fucking dude. It's all old guys, man. This fucking country is run from the wrong perspective. What are you doing?
I tried to
What are you
find I tried to find the story you were talking about. I don't know. Can't find it.
I can just send them to you, brother. It's BBC News.
BBC.
Come back, come back. Come back to paying attention to the podcast. Stop looking at that. Stop it. I'm talking to myself. Cut it out. I hate that. Come back. Quit looking shit up, goddammit. You almost have Ace Ventura hair right now, bro. Alrighty then. Look at that shit. Goes off to the side a little bit. You kind of got spiked out. No, I dig it. No, yeah. Yeah, you got accentuated a little bit.
Just trying to put it back.
So yeah, dude, I fucking quit my old shitty job, and I got a way cooler job that I enjoy way more. And just as a message out there, I guess I want to put out that if you got a shitty job and you're just complaining about it, and fucking going to work every day and it sucks, and you show up late and you hate it, and fucking all that stuff, just quit, dude. Just do it. Even if you don't got a plan, just fucking quit it, and you'll figure it out. Because otherwise, man, you'll just keep waiting and waiting and second guessing it. And being like, well, I got to make sure I got another job lined up first, but then you won't go look for the other job because you'll be so tired from working that shit job that drains you mentally and physically. So, really, the best way to do it is just to, without a backup plan, quit if you're in a super shitty job position. Now, if you're in like a fucking situation's different, and I don't know, I would even say, even if you have kids sometimes, like if you're in a situation where you can get a McDonald's job if you need to make it happen, then you should just quit your job and try to find a better job, because the odds are that you will just it'll put such a fire under your ass to go get that job that you'll find it. You know what I mean? You'll put yourself out there. Otherwise, dude, like working at a job and trying to get another job is like fucking super difficult. So I don't know how. I just imagine people that are miserable, man. I just worked with a lot of them at the old job, dude. They were just like fucking, all they would do is complain about the job every day and not take power in their own hands to just change their situation and get the fuck out of there. And yeah, I managed to pull it off, dude. And just literally, it's almost crazy how much better this place is. It's literally a 4-minute walk out my back door. I walk out my back door, I hit left, and then it's literally 4 minutes, sometimes less, if I'm walking kind of fast, to the back door of the restaurant that I go into now, and it's fucking super clean. All this legit food, dude. They literally use every part of the animal pretty much, man. I've cooked fucking like carcasses, pig feet, heads to make stocks, everything. Like it's almost like a Native American style kitchen that they use fucking all the parts and shit. But I'm just learning new stuff every day. I'm learning recipes. I'm able to like take it and make shit here. Working with a bunch of people that are just stoned, in good mood, having a good time, getting shit done, like badass fucking stoners, which I fucking wrote a blog about, if you go on the website, about people who get stoned on the job and just suck at the job and just make it look really bad for the people that smoke weed there. And it's like, man, really, dude, just go do something else, man. It's like, you cannot come in here and just suck ass and get the whole weed smoking thing revoked. You know what I mean? Don't ruin this for everybody else because you want to fucking get like 2 baked or whatever and be like, oh shit. But yeah, dude. So just happened to be like a perfect fit kind of thing here, where it's like, oh, this is great. They get paid weekly. It's just all these nice little perks to it. I'm just like, oh, fucking awesome. Oh, awesome. Like today, I fucking went out back and hit this fucking dab pen that my fucking boss. It was my boss's dab pen, basically. It was fucking like, I was like, oh, this is awesome. So yeah, and it was all just because when I felt it in my gut that I hated this place and I cannot fuck this. Like that feeling that most people get, and then they just squelch it out, dude. And once you squelch that thing out too many times, dude, that fire goes out, dude, and then you're locked into a shit job, and you're gonna keep fucking showing up there every goddamn day. And no matter what they do to you, you're gonna fucking keep showing up. Fucking, it's like it's a way of breaking your spirit, and so it's like with that last little fire you feel, you gotta just fucking jump on it and be like, man, fuck this, I'm out. 2 weeks, and that 2 weeks that's your 2 weeks, bitch. You better find something in those 2 weeks, or you know what I mean. You're gonna be panicking, I guess. But I just feel like it's better to fucking die fighting than just stick that shit out. So if anybody's out there working a goddamn shitty job right now and you're just miserable and you're going fucking complaining about that shit every day of your life instead of doing something about it,
so you quit your job before you had this second thing lined up?
Yep.
And then what happened? Like, were you looking for jobs when you found this thing? I mean, like, what?
Yeah. I was looking into all kinds of different stuff, and then I just happened to see this pop up, and I was like, all right, I'll just go check it out. It was a prep thing. They said they could give me the time that I want, and the hours that I needed, so I can always do comedy, never have to work nights. Fucking, they're just willing to work with me on all that stuff, and so fucking showed up there, and I was just like, holy shit, dude. The guy that was training me literally tells me all the time, I love this job, dude. I'm telling you right now, I love this job. He said, there's no place that I could get paid more money and still smoke as much weed as I do. I was like, that's awesome. He's like, it's fucking tight, dude. He's like, he loves cooking and shit, dude. So he's just, like, we're making quiche today, shit like that, just from scratch. Fucking really cool stuff that you could, like, grandma style cooking. What the fuck was that, dude? That sounded like an EMP just went off. Oh my god.
Some sort of big plane.
God. Whoa. All right, there it is. I was just waiting that one out. This sounded like literally there was tectonic plates moving or something. But yeah, so yeah, I just fucking, dude, the place was so shitty that I was working at, man. They had like these nasty little food things. I told them to clean it up in these pans, and they were like leaving these sticker bits in them. It was just some restaurant bullshit. But I told them to do this thing or I was gonna quit, and they just fucking didn't do it. And I was like, well, fuck you guys. I'm fucking. And yeah. Then yeah, and everything worked out for me pretty goddamn well. And I left a bunch of people there that were miserable, and I told them all, man, just fucking. It's like, how can you complain if you're not gonna do something about it? Honestly, right? And I found myself bitching.
Super
like,
true.
Yeah, I'm like, how am I fucking so you're just bitching about it? Like, I haven't done shit to get myself out of the situation, so I'm kind of just here because I choose to be. So I guess I fucking better choose something else here. But a lot of people don't recognize that there's a choice. You know what I mean? Like there's always some other place you can work at, dude. There's just always is. If you have even no skills, there's always a place you can find to work at, dude. There's a kitchen somewhere that'll hire you that might be kind of cool. Or
how do you explain the homelessness thing then? Like, what happens to those people?
Dude, they're mostly crazy, man. Dude, I had a funny ass last night. Kenneth hit me up to go host his open mic. I went down there and was just hanging out front with Travis and some other people. This homeless guy came up, and he was like asking for cigarettes and stuff. And then he fucking had a Hardee's hat on. And at first he was just talking to us. He's like, "Oh man," said something about being a comedian. I was like, "Oh, well, it's an open mic right here, man. How about you go in there?" Because I couldn't really tell that he was homeless. And then I saw his hands, and I was like, "Oh, this dude's homeless." I'm almost positive, right? Just judging by the hands. He had like the mechanic hands, like he like gripped hot steel all the time or something. And fucking had this Hardee's hat on, and he's like, "Man, well," and he starts to go into his story. Dude, you could tell he's about to bust it out. He's like, "Man, I'm not homeless or anything, but he's like, see, I work at Hardee's." And I was like, "Oh, what, dude?" And he had the hat, and then it's like, "Man, you don't work at Hardee's." And he's like, "Nah, man, I do." And he's unzipped his shirt, dude, and he had a shirt on under this shirt, and then he had like a real like dirty shirt on underneath this super faded, super shitty old Hardee's shirt, dude. And I was like, I literally said, I was like, "Dude, did you just tackle some kid in a Hardee's parking lot, bro?" And he was like, "No, man." And I was like, "Dude, did you strong arm somebody in the drive-thru, dude? Seriously." I was like, "That is not." I was like, "No way, man." I was like, "I gotta go back in here and host this thing." And I was like, I got out of it, just walked right back inside because I had to get back on stage. But it was fucking hilarious. This dude tried to like bluff me. Dude, he had like a Hardee's outfit from like when he became homeless. Yeah. From like 30 years ago. Like it was such an old shirt.
Your advice? You think he took your advice and just quit?
Quit the job? That was it, dude. He's like, "Well, I'll tell you the other side of that coin, boy. There's two ways that can go. Don't end up like me. I just quit and had no backup plan. Quit my job at Hardee's."
This guy
But
told me I should just quit my job.
some guy on this podcast I love gave me some really bad advice, and she never followed it. I'm sorry. I want to apologize to my family, and I want to say, God damn you, serious bullshit. Do more research. It's not funny. Should just be called bullshit. Oh.
Oh man.
That's funny. Yeah, he took my advice, dude.
He did. Dude,
Man,
I got to call this one.
Let's bounce it, dude. That was a good one. That was fucking another week in the fucking bag ski here. You gonna be around next week, brother? What you got going on?
I think so. Yeah. I'll check the sketch, but I think so.
All right, so I'm gonna let him check his schedule afterwards. But until further notice, we will catch you guys next week, Fridays 9. Serious bullshit. Also, get ready for fucking Base Grifters this Sunday, 10 o'clock, going live. Mike's gonna be tazzed up. I think he said he had some extra beers, so he's gonna be fucking. Dude, he's so fucking fun to fucking hang out with when he's drinking, man. Has a couple beers in him, dude. He gets so goofy, and just starts saying the fucking creepiest shit to people. But so yeah, fucking tune in, and see what happens when we call in about the protein spill on Sunday night. All right, until next time, guys.
Ching chang.
Ching chang, man. We out on behalf of Serious Bullshit. Deuce Elise.